Hey, Oilers fans. I'm here alongside Garret Cockerill. This is his first kind of introduction with the team. What is it that we can kind of expect from your game? Obviously, you're a defenseman, big body, and you've been, able to play at the AHL level and the ECHL level. What is it that they can expect from you?
Yeah, I mean, you basically said I just try to keep my game simple, Being a defenseman, you're kind of a bruiser back there on the blue line, make sure nobody gets to the net, no free rides to the net. So, I mean, I'm a very physical guy, like to shoot it from the blue line. I like to be offensive too, but, as a D-man, you got to stay D first and make sure nobody messes with our goalie or anything.
For sure. And, you from the Michigan area with a ton of guys, right, from Michigan this year, but you were coming from Boston. Your brother played at Boston University, played at Northeastern. And what was it that got you guys into hockey initially, and what took you that route, the NCAA route through to Boston?
Yeah, well, I mean, nobody in my family, like my cousins, aunts, uncles, like nobody has ever played hockey. So, like when I was like 3 or 4, I don't know, my mom had like a figure skating coach friend, and she kind of just threw me on the skates, and it kind of stuck, and we just became a hockey family, and my brother just followed me. And, I mean, being from Michigan, you think of like, I mean, at least I do, I think of like Big Ten football.
Mm-hmm.
And I think of like East Coast, like Boston area. They don't really have like college football teams out there. It's all college hockey. So I mean, that's like the place you want to be for college hockey. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's kind of attracted us out there.
And you played for the National Team Development Program a little bit as well. I think that's based in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We just talked to Darby Llewellyn. He's, from Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
What was your experience like there? As you mentioned, Big Ten football. I mean, that's one of the meccas of Big Ten football is Ann Arbor. Did you get to catch any Wolverines games while you're there? And what was kind of
your – Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. I think one of my favorite memories, I was playing for CompuWare when I was only 14 years old, and they would have the Frozen Ice series between Michigan and Michigan State there, and we got to actually play against our rival Honey Baked on that ice. So a couple days before, so that was pretty memorable.
So there in the big house before that Michigan State game, you had a
year
one game going,
it's
huh?
huge. It is absolutely ginormous, that place. And when there's people in it too, I mean, there wasn't many people for my game, but I've been in the stands for a couple of Michigan football games, and it's something special.
And we talked about, you go into the hockey aspect of things, but maybe a little bit more on the personal side. Growing up when you were in school, obviously when you're playing tier 1 and you're traveling, and when you're in the USHL, you're maybe not as in the classroom as much as your average guy, but did you have any kind of favorite subjects, and did you have anything that really jumped out during the day that you really enjoyed?
Like at school subjects. I've always been like a history nut.
Yeah.
I watch all those history shows, and I've been reading some books about like the Kings of England and stuff like that. So I'd have to say definitely history. You got a pretty cool map behind you too. So
yeah. This is a pretty sweet old 1768 projection there. So, but you mentioned that both my parents from England, so you're reading through some Monarchs. Do you know where you're at right now in your book? What kind of time?
So it was right after the reign of King Richard and his younger brother.
That's awesome.
Going to take over the throne, and so far it doesn't seem like many people like him.
I think it kind of continues that way too.
Yeah.
I won't ruin anything too much more though. But and so what you're playing pro hockey. You've played in the AHL. You've played in the ECHL as well. What was your experience like playing in Cleveland? I mean, you spent a decent amount of time there. You played about 60 games at that level. I mean, that's one step away from the NHL, and obviously you put up some good numbers there as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's in different ECHL teams, you have different kind of vibes, and I don't know, but I think with being with the Tulsa Oilers, it's the same as being in the AHL. Like the guys that work hard every day, we come in, we work out. It's all business on the ice. So I mean, and because we all know we're not that far away, even though we are still on the East Coast, and not a lot of teams are playing this year, and we just feel special to be playing. So we just got to work extra hard.